Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Shaving with Rich. I'm excited about this shave today, and I'm going to tell you why. What we're doing today in this shave video is related to something in my group on Facebook, Rich Man Shaving Group. Every week we have a new theme brought to us by one of our beloved members, Mel Kyanan. And this week, we're actually all shaving with Treet blades. Treet Platinums, to be specific. So, I have done the liberty of getting... it's been some time since I've shaved with this blade, actually. I did years ago. I don't think I ever did an official review of the blade. But anyways, I've had another opportunity to do that with Treet Platinum Week in our shaving group. Thank you, Mel. So Mel, if you see the link below in the comments, if you're interested in just surrounding yourself with other people that share the same hobby as you, if you're newer to the hobby and you just want to learn more, it's a great group. If you've been a wet shaver for a long time and you just want to be around a group of guys from all over the world that just enjoy spending time together, chatting it up, we do a lot of live videos in the group and whatnot. It's an excellent group. Then come join us. That being said, I do want to get into this shave, and so I decided that what I'm going to do with these Treet Platinum blades, I have already loaded one up in a razor that's been a long time favorite of mine, and it's the razor that I used to do all of my blade reviews on back in the day, earlier days of Shaving with Rich. That is the Mercur Future right here. The blade's already loaded up in it and it's ready to go. So let me go ahead and get a brush for the shave. We're going to be... Actually, I had forgotten to soak a brush. I just realized that I didn't soak my brush. I was thinking about everything else with the shave. So we're going to be using the Lather Blaster 3000, which is the CK6 formula from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. Douglas did our group soap for us this last year, and it's an incredible scent. I love it. And so I thought it fitting, being a group activity, that I could definitely use that. And it's a year-round scent, barbershop scent. So I guess I'm going to have to grab a synthetic really quickly. You know what would be perfect? I have not used this brush in a long time. For sentimental reasons, this was like the early brush, one of the early brushes that, you know, made me fall in love with synthetics really early on. So anyways, yeah, I'm gonna grab this. We're gonna use that for the shave today. Let me just get that wet. That's all you gotta do with synthetics. Squeeze out some of that. I'm actually going to get my face wet, though, a little bit before we start building this face lather. And I am going to use what I have left of my cube as a pre-shave. A little bit more water on the face. There we go. And this slippery cube. Careful it doesn't slip out of my hands. It's very slick. Alright. Set that down. Alright, so let's load this soap up and make our lather. And this actually may not be quite as long of a video as normal. Because I'm not shaving everything, because I'm going to keep this this right here. Anyways, it should be interesting to try a blade that I haven't tried, you know, I haven't shaved with in some time. I believe I got a good shave with it before. That should be plenty of a load. One thing that's good about the CK6 formula is it's easy to load. So I add just a tiny bit of, dip my tips, a little bit of water just to have a little bit extra to work with on my face. And we're going to build up a nice creamy lather. It's very dry right now, so we definitely need to add more water. And every soap formula is different. And it does require a little bit of know-how to learn how to dial in each soap. But you know, a good rule of thumb is to start more on the drier end and just to apply the soap to your face and then add water in smaller amounts until it starts to get to the consistency of what you're looking at. That way you don't put too much water in. In some soaps, if you put too much water in, you can break the soap, and then it's not quite as good of an experience. So, and everyone likes different consistencies. Some people like a little thicker for cushion. Some people like a little bit thinner, different amount of slickness. And that's just something that everybody, as they wet shave, they kind of find out what they like, what works best for them, what their preferences are. And for one thing that as far as I'm concerned, you know, face lathering and bowl lathering, you know, they both have their pros and cons. But one thing with either one of those, you can do a fast version or you can take your time. The more time you put into your lather, the more you're going to enjoy it, the better it's going to be. And so for me, I actually have always shaved at night before I was my own boss and all that. I did that because I worked during the day, of course, and I didn't want to be rushed. I wanted shaving for me was something that I just really, really enjoyed, and I didn't want to just rush it. I wanted to be able to have it be, if that's the rest of my day might be chaotic at work or whatever, I just wanted to have a few minutes of luxury time for me, that I really wasn't concerned about being rushed or anything like that, and yet I could just enjoy it. So this face lather feels really good, and I think we got it to a perfect spot now. There's plenty left in the brush. Let me go ahead and set this down. There we go. Grab the razor and we're gonna see what we get. So this is not gonna be, this will be done pretty quickly. I got this razor set on the low setting. But don't be fooled, it's plenty aggressive and even on the low setting. So if you're not taking down a giant beard, you definitely don't need it to be on a higher setting. So this is all the setting that I need. It's going to be everything that I probably need and then some. So let's take a look and see how this works. So far it's very smooth. I just love this razor. Paul H is another fan of this Mercure Future, and all of us that watch Paul H have heard him say many times, you could put a piece of cardboard in this razor and it would cut. Like, that's how much he loves this razor as I do. I've used a lot of razors, and this still to this day remains one of my favorite razors. So there's good feedback. I can hear it cutting smoothly. It's like I can almost, it's almost as if there's not any blade feel, and yet it's cutting. I can hear it cutting, but it doesn't feel. It's an interesting, very satisfying mix of, it feels smooth, and yet for me in this blade pairing combination, it's having no challenge whatsoever cutting, and yet I don't feel like that it's too aggressive either. So maybe on something that's more mild, like I don't know, Gillette Tech or a Rockwell 6S or 6C on a lower setting, maybe this blade pairing is different. But I decided to use this razor because it's what I use for all the rest of my other blade reviews, and I just thought, hey, it'd be great for me. So that's good for my first pass. Let me get my face a little bit more wet, add a little bit more water to it, and I can feel what's going on here. Many of you guys know what I like to do as far as my pit cleanups. I love lather mittens, but for this one right now, we're just going to paint from what's inside of the brush back here. And actually, the first pass is usually the one that I will have the thickest, because I have the most hair, the most growth on my face. So if I'm gonna go all out and have a cushiony thick lather, it's usually going to be on my first pass, and on the second or third or pickup passes or whatever, you can have a thicker lather if you want, but it isn't necessarily required. It's a preference thing, but you definitely don't need this thick a lather to do a second pass, especially. So let's do across the grain this time. For me and my beard growth, I probably pick up more on my across the grain, and against the grain passes the most, I think. Want to be careful not to get too much here. But yeah, this is effortless and smooth, yet like it's cutting so cleanly and it doesn't feel aggressive. I'm really enjoying this shave. There's not a nick or a cut. Knock on wood, it could still happen, right? Just because I said it. But I'm loving the combination of sharpness and smoothness for this pairing. I am really enjoying it. Okay. I think I'll add a little bit more water excuse me, on this pass, just to make it more on the slick end. That you can get just by dipping your tips a little bit of the brush just in the, I keep water in the sink, and that just kind of helps me put a little bit more on there. It's gonna be extra slick, and that's gonna be perfect. So let's go against the grain. You hear that? Really great feedback with this Mercure Future, as expected. Yeah, that feels really good. You rinse that. If you watch my tips and tricks video for the Mercure Future, you'll learn some great things about techniques and things that I use with this razor in particular that help me get just incredible shaves. Makes a big difference. with many razors, but in particular the Merkur Future. If you're watching this, there's a good chance that in the suggested videos, my tips and tricks video is probably right there. So anyways, yeah, everything is feeling very good. Very nice. I can feel a little bit right here. This is not blood, actually, just so you know. That's not a nick. I got a little bit here and here. That's all I actually need to do. I think instead of the lather mittens this time, I'm just gonna re-lather. I'll feel with my hands or fingers where it is, and we'll just pick it up. You can hear that it is cutting. Hear that feedback. Got it. This is gonna be super close. It's gonna be BBS with zero irritation. That's as near to perfect of a shave as I could expect. So my overall thoughts on this blade with this pairing, now keep in mind blade pairing is a huge determining factor on any blade. If I put this in another razor, I could have an entirely different experience. But paired with this particular pairing, it's incredible. So let me rinse my face. We'll do our post-shave wrap up on this. Really quick. Boy, got quite a bit left. All right, so post-shave. Got some Lather Blaster 3000 Star Jelly. Doesn't take too much, just a little bit. And I'm gonna apply that. Feels really good. Lots of skin food in this product that will just re-nourish your skin, leave it feeling nice and smooth. There's a little bit of menthol in it, which just kind of enhances that soothing effect on your face. But this is perfect. Super impressed with this blade right now. Like, it's as high of a rating as I could give on a blade for this razor. There may be other blades that can do as well, that I could be just as happy with, but this has to be one of the top pairings. Like, this is a very good pairing for the Merkur Future for me. Love it, absolutely love it. That being said, just want to thank you so much for joining me in this episode of Shaving with Rich. Again, let me show you these blades. Treet Platinum blades. They're not terribly expensive. They're very affordable blades. If you're interested in picking some up, they're easily and readily available all over the internet. And just for the record, I think that this is a fantastic blade. I just got an impeccable, perfect shave with zero irritation and no nicks. Super smooth BBS, and it was effortless, and I could hardly even feel the blade on my face. Just enough I could hear the hair being cut, but it was an incredible shave. I can give this blade pairing the highest rating that I would give for this blade pairing. So thank you guys so much. We will see you in the next episode of Shaving with Rich. Feel free to leave a comment below on what you think about Treet blades, Treet Platinum blades in specific, and I'll be happy. I'll be looking for your comments. Like and share the video with a friend that might be getting into wet shaving, if you want to kind of broaden their horizons on different options that are available to them. And we look forward to seeing you in the next episode of Shaving with Rich. Take care.